Welcome back to the morning show. And with me, I have one of the top fire officers on the island. We have Miss Leisa Hamilton, who's the acting divisional fire officer in Tobago. Welcome, Miss Hamilton. And
Thank you. Good morning.
good morning. So, we were talking in the break, and we were talking about the fact that fire officers are traditionally men. How is it that you got to this point?
I got to this point from seeing the ad, and also my father was a fire officer. So way back when.
So how long have you been in the service?
And this year, December 1st, will mark 33 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations to
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
33 years as a fire officer. So, let me be honest. When I think of fire officers, I think of people who are climbing up into burning buildings. I think of people who are running in where everyone else is trying to run out. That shows a level of courage. So tell us, how is it being a female in this male-dominated kind of environment?
It takes a lot. It seems like every day you have to renew yourself in that working environment, right? And I could remember it's a great risk. Years ago when I was a firefighter on watch, we had a bushfire up at Sully Park near the powder magazine, and that was really scary. And that was one of the time I had to wear a breathing apparatus set, a self-contained breathing apparatus set for that fire, and it was risky. I was kind of scared at the time, but we got through, and it was at night, and we got through the night safely, and everything went on well. Yeah.
Wow, I mean, it is risky, a risky business. Fire is no joke. And as Dr. Faith mentioned, it's a male-dominated industry where you see, traditionally you think about going into burning buildings, climbing up ladders, dealing with all of these types of issues. How is it for you to manage in terms of the masculinity part of it, being a feminine, being a female rather, in that industry, and still having to be your authentic self, still being a woman, however, carrying out the tasks that you are responsible for?
Well, it takes a lot. It really takes a lot because you have to remain physically fit. And I remember, well, when I went to train, I was really physically fit coming out from track and field. I used to play some netball and basketball as well. And that helped me through, especially the first 10 years in the organization. You have to be physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically fit because dealing with men, and especially the first time when women went into work, which I am part of, back in 1992, training, and we finished in 1993, July 1993, men had to also dress back with their behavior because you know how men behave, especially when they are in their own space, how they behave and the things that may come out from their mouths and so forth. So when we went there, they had to dress back. They told them they had to take down posters of women in their lockers and all these things, and it was really difficult for them to treat with that. So the teaching was hard for us as well because they didn't comply with women being there. And I think still for today, it is difficult for men, especially when they see women rising in the organization. It's a bitter pill to swallow, so to speak. And they are like, okay, I'm going to work today. How am I going to deal with women today? Like they are like that every day, moving out from their homes, coming to the job. But what I have to say is that they have to come to terms with it. It's not going to change. The government of Trinidad and Tobago will still employ women into the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service, no matter what. They have to deal with it.
And I just want to read before we continue. Question is coming from on our Facebook live stream, coming in here from one of your supporters, somebody who's supporting you here, Leisa Hamilton, girl from Plymouth. She has done well. Gillian Lewis, Yvette Lyons Fraser were also pioneers, and this is from Miss Thirtica Williams coming in this morning, giving you that measure of support this morning.
Oh my, that's touching. Yes, that's really touching. And woman to woman, it's really, I have to embrace it.
That's right, that's right. And as we're talking about woman to woman and how touching it is, sometimes we get accused, I will use the word accused, of using our emotions to guide us. However, that is who we are. Innately, we are nurturers. We operate from a place of feelings.
True.
How have you been able to allow your emotions to help you to make decisions that in the end worked out for all involved? Because you don't always want to be logical and hard, but sometimes you have to apply the human touch. So how have you been able to balance that?
Sometimes I get emotional. Sometimes people say I was easy to vex, but I think that's a defense mechanism that I have going for me. And some say that I listen. I listen to firefighters and their problems, especially since I've been elevated. And I also show a sense of concern because we are all humans. Things happen to us. We go through stress, all kind of situations. We have children, family, friends, even your extended family. Sometimes somebody will reach out to you, you never know. But I try as an officer in the work, even from firefighter days, to be a certain way where I know I'm in an environment with not me alone. There are other people there, and you have to show the respect there. And I think this is where we are even breaking down in society as well, where discipline and the lack of respect. I show respect to a person, no matter if they are older than me, younger than me, it doesn't matter. We are all humans, and we must show that human nature side of us, right? And for a woman, it is internal. And that, as I say, that's in her DNA. Can't get away from that.
That's right,
Yeah.
that's right.
So tell me, what keeps you motivated? How are you able to go through 30-something years of this and still going strong and still being the face that in other young, because I'm sure there are young girls now looking at you and thinking, wait, wow, I could be a fire officer. I didn't know that this was an option, and there's a woman doing it, rising to a very high level in the organization. What keeps you motivated?
I must say that Almighty God keeps me motivated. That's one. My mother, Ingrid Sandy, and she's not in the country right now. She's in England enjoying herself. She keeps me motivated. She's a strong woman. And I also copied from my two grandmothers, although they are all gone, Adanna Sandy and Olga Richardson. But I say my mother and also my other half, and also my brothers. I have three brothers. And I think you know one of them greatly. He's the distinguished gentleman who dressed up with his sash and everything.
Yes.
For Easter and all that.
Right.
That's my brother, Derek Hamilton. Kerwin Hamilton, my other brother, and Courtney Hamilton, he lives in America. So
Strong family support.
Yes, strong family
And I'm
support.
hearing you calling the name Sandy, and I'm realizing that we've probably related.
Yes, we are.
So good. I'm so glad
Yes.
to hear that kind of support coming from all around and having those people, both men and women, being there to support you as you go along.
And it is very important, that village, you know, we say take
Yep,
a village to raise a child. And
yes.
so your community, your village coming together to give you that measure of support really is important. And I do hope that our viewers will pay attention to the people who are around you, who are helping to build you and to help to support your dreams and your goals, and to ensure that you remain grounded in whatever you are doing. You know, any closing remarks for our viewers this morning in terms of
I
especially
have a poem that I put together yesterday.
Wow.
My strongest suit is not singing, but I like to write.
Ah.
And writing also keeps me motivated. So can I go ahead?
Yes, please.
All right. Woman was born the backbone of civilization. Woman at the helm since the plantation. Woman kept the family together during wars and famine. But woman still know her place at the wake of every dawn. Woman always strives. She knows how to be content and survive. Woman has since shattered the glass ceiling. She is in every field and undertakings, and as she continues to bring forth new creations, don't leave her out from any decision that needs direction. She remains more beautiful each international year and becomes even more successful, embracing equity for all. So that's my poem.
Wow.
Absolutely amazing for raising. And you know, the team behind everybody in studio is clapping in the background. We hear the production team clapping there. You know, really, really good stuff.
I put
We
that
need to
together
get that
yesterday.
published. We need
Yes,
to get
yes,
that
we
published.
do.
You know, as a woman, I really do appreciate the fact that you put pen to paper for this, that you prepared this and brought it in here to share with all of our viewers this morning. Thank you
Yes,
so
thank
much.
you very
Thank
much.
you so much.
Yes.
Dr. Faith,
I'm so glad that you asked the question and you asked the open-ended question, because that allowed you to read your poem, and we really do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
thank
You've really
you.
been an inspiration to, let me speak for myself, you've been an inspiration to me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
the
I'm feeling
pleasure.
good.
And that's what this is all
All
about,
about,
celebrating who we are as
And
women.
supporting
And I'm so happy we
women.
were able to have the giggles.
Yes.
Because that's who we are as women. saying? Sometimes we're called to be hard and tough, but we have the feminine side as well,
Exactly.
which we can embrace each other, laugh, cry, be emotional. That's who we are.
True.
And that poem, it did something for me. It really, really did. It caused me to feel like kind of how,
True.
So I'm so happy for that. I really, really am so happy for that. So flowers to you this morning.
Thank you.
Flowers to you this morning.
Certainly.
And of course, to all our female viewers, far and wide, we do appreciate you. We'll continue to celebrate you for the entire week and all our days, because without a woman, where would I be? Where would I be? Before we wrap up, of course, we have to come to the end of the morning show. But before we go, did you guess the photo back in the day? Did you guess the photo back in the day? Dr. Faye, do you want to tell our people?
What is this, Roxborough, that Lamy Road back there going into close to Roxborough Sack? Yeah, man.
Yes, of course. And no better person than Dr. Faye to tell us where this is. And I do hope that you as our viewers were able to guess it. And even if you didn't, now you know. Now you know, ladies and gentlemen. I must say thank you. Thank you so much for staying with us. Thank you to Dr. Faith, my guest co-host this morning, for being in studio with me and helping me go through these conversations. I'm sure you heard some really, really good questions coming from her this morning. And I wonder if I want to keep her in studio here with me for the rest of the day. But in the meantime, of course, we have to end the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television. But it's not where we end our programming. We head on over to GMT. And we do hope that you could stay with us. And as you stay, we invite you to help us. Share the live, share the live, share the live.